Hi, hello, how are you? My name's Randy. I love everything crochet. And if you love everything crochet, you should definitely subscribe and hang around because I have a ton of crochet videos already posted and I have a ton more coming out. Today we are making a 90s friend, Flubber from the Disney movie. This came out in 1997. I was 3 or 4 when this movie came out. I do remember seeing this movie, but I think he is just the cutest, and I think he's very under appreciated, and that's why I wanted to make him. This is the perfect project to fill with beans. It's also the perfect project if you have a friend or you yourself or a family member or anyone who is obsessed with 90s and you want to make something that's a little bit easier and a more unique piece. I would say he's relatively easy. I wouldn't say he's like perfectly beginner friendly because you will have to know how to sew, how to embroider, as well as like just the general guidelines of like 2 stitches and it like increasing, decreasing, all that kind of stuff. So yes, but if you want to make a really unique, special piece for your 90s loving person in your life, whether it's you, like I said, or someone else, this is, I feel like it. I think this is perfect. But before I start, I always forget to say these 2 things. First off, I always forget to say I only use single crochet the entire time. That's the only type of stitch I used, so I forget to say it, but that's what we used. As well as, if you make this guy, please go to my Instagram down below. If you're not already following me, follow me, but also go ahead and send me a picture, or if you have a crochet Instagram yourself, tag me in a photo of your creation because I would love to see it. But let's go ahead and get started. To preface, I recognize this screen is like super duper bright and was not what I thought I was getting. I thought it was going to be bright, but I did not think it was going to be this like fluorescent highlighter green. But I like want to make this now, so I don't want to return it and wait to find other yarn, because the only other green yarn that I felt like would match would be from Premier Yarns, and I found it the day after I made my order, and I don't want to make another order for a single thing of yarn. So I am committing to it. Here it is. Here's the color code because they typically don't put a color. It recommends a 4.5mm hook. I don't think that's going to be what I want to use. I'm going to start with a 5. We'll see. If it ends up being too loose, I will go back and switch. And I'll probably say it at some point. If not, I always put what size hook and everything I use down in the description down below. So there's that. But to start, we're going to do our magic ring. I typically do a starting chain of 4, then we loop-de-loop and pull, getting our circle here. And then let's see how many stitches we will put into the center here. So we put 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna guess 6. 4, 5, then yep, 6 is the magic number for my yarn. If you still have like a gap, if you're using different yarn, go ahead and go up to 8, but I'm just gonna do 6. And then we're gonna do a double stitch in every stitch. So I just did 1 stitch, and I'm gonna go back into that for a second time. So because I'll say 2 stitches into 1, and I literally just want to go back in a second time, putting 2 stitches into the same previous round stitch. And I'll use that term quite a bit while we're expanding. And we're going to do that all the way around. So if you have 6 stitches for your first round, you should now have 12, and I am thinking right now that 5 is the right size, but we'll see as I continue on. Now the next round, we will free this and we'll put 2 stitches into the first. So we have 1, then go back into that one, and then a single stitch, which just means 1 single stitch in that stitch, then 2 stitches into the next, then go into the next one putting only a single stitch. We're going to repeat that pattern all the way around. The next round, 2 stitches in the first, then 1, 2 single stitches, then 2 stitches in the next, then 2 single, repeating all the way. The next round, 2 stitches in the first, then 1, 2, 3 single stitches, then 2 stitches in the next, then 1, 2, 3, repeating all the way around. The next round, 2 stitches in the first, then 1, 2, 3, 4, then 2 stitches into the next, then 1, 2, 3, 4, repeating all the way around. The next round, 2 stitches in the first, then 5 single stitches, then 2 stitches in the next, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeating all the way around. The next round, 2 stitches in the first, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 2 stitches in the next, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, to preface, if you do not want to make this as big as I am making it, or if you want to make it even bigger, keep in mind that the top of Flubber's head is about half the width of his body. So his head is like flat on the top, and then it kind of gradually goes towards the base of the body. He's kind of like a triangle if you cut off the top and made it flat, or just flatten the top of a triangle. So keep that in mind when you're expanding, depending on what kind of yarn you're using and stuff like that as well, that basically this you're gonna double, so to speak. I guess it's not quite double, but you know what I mean. It is gonna come at that angle, so you only want to get to the size that's closer, if you know what I mean. Anyways, this is gonna be my personal last expanding round, and then I'm going to do a, we'll just get to it. All right, so I was jumping ahead a little bit, but this is the top of the head, so I'm gonna do 1 round of a single stitch in every stitch, not expanding, so just single stitch all the way around, to kind of get it where it will go downward a little nicer, and then we'll continue to expand because, like I said, his body does just keep getting wider. But I like to do the single stitch in every stitch to kind of crease it downward, so that way, just in case, because I am gonna suggest that if you get this specific yarn, you probably will want to use a 4.5 if you're like me and don't prefer to have kind of like the holes. Like, I'm not a big fan of having that, so that's also a thought, because if I was using a 4.5, it would just more naturally do that. But since we're not, I have a nice flat piece, so I do want to have it turn downward. You can see what I mean about adding that single crochet row, how it kind of puffs it out. And now we're going to go back to expanding. So we're going to put 2 stitches in the first, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then 2 stitches in the next, then 7 single, repeating all the way around. The next round, 2 stitches in the first, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then 2 stitches in the next, then 8 single stitches, repeating all the way around. The next round, put 2 stitches into the first, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then 2 stitches in the next, then 9, repeating all the way around. And I always have to share a clip of my cat Remy, who is my crochet helper, as you can see. So the shape isn't too like drastic. We want it a little more gradual. This round, I'm going to put a single stitch in every stitch, repeating all the way around. I'm going to do another round of staying the same, a single stitch in every stitch, and then we'll start expanding again. Got to try and balance it so we don't have, like I said, something that goes way too wide. We want him to have a gradual. I've actually decided I'm going to do another round of staying the same, single stitch in every stitch, all the way around. This will be my 3rd one. 4th round of staying the same with a single stitch in every stitch all the way around. Now I'm going to start increasing again, 2 stitches in the first, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then 2 stitches in the next, then 9, repeating all the way around. I did 10 rounds of staying the same so far. Mine still has the gradual angle I want. So I'm gonna keep going with a single stitch in every stitch, repeating all the way around as long as it keeps this kind of angle. If yours does not have this angle, you'll definitely want to, every few rounds of staying the same, add one where you increase. So like the next one would be like double stitches, then 10, then double stitch, repeating all the way around. But for me, as it continues at this angle, I'm just going to keep putting a single stitch in every stitch until that changes. In total, I did 25 rounds of staying the same. We have a nice subtle slope on the body, and next I'm going to go ahead and add the face, which is just a simple smile. I also already cut my yarn because I'm just going to add a leg, and sew the middle, and then we're going to add arms. So yes, he has like a nice wide smile. So we're just gonna simply add the yarn here. Go about a little ways up. It's not super high on the face, but and kind of go evenly. Then we're gonna pull it down. Don't want to pull your yarn too tight either. Oops, that was too high up. And there is his face. I think I did his smile a little smidge too high. I probably would have shifted it down just a little bit. But other than that, I just added the little like dimples, I guess. And yeah, I'm going to make the legs. I'm making the legs next. I already made one so I could know what size. So you're going to do your magic ring, and you're going to put 6 stitches into the magic ring. And then after our 6 stitches into the magic ring, we're going to put 2 stitches in every stitch, once I don't get the yarn tangled here. And I'm going to mark my first stitch. That is optional. Then 2 stitches in every one. So going back into it, so you have a total of 12 stitches for this round. After that round, we'll put 2 stitches in the first, then a single stitch, then 2 stitches in the next, then a single, repeating all the way around. For the next 2 rounds, you're just going to put a single stitch in every stitch, staying the same all the way around for 2 rounds. For the next round, we're going to expand again. Going to mark it, so we'll do 2 stitches into the first, then 1 single stitch, then a second single stitch, then 2 stitches into the next, then 2 single stitches, repeating all the way around. And then you are going to do 6 rounds of staying the same for the leg, so you're just going to put a single stitch in every stitch. You can, of course, make it bigger or longer. I did intend for them to almost like meet in the middle, but I will have a little bit of gap. That's totally fine. You can, of course, edit it however you please to fit your personal vision of your flubber. I'm going to go ahead and do the arms. I already did one arm, but I'm going to go do the other. So you start with your magic ring, and then we're going to do our 6 stitches into the center like we have been doing for all the others. So 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to do 2 stitches in every stitch. There we go. So we did 1, then go back into that same one for 2, then 1, 2, and you're going to repeat that all the way around, so you should have 12 stitches for this round. For the next round, we're going to do a single stitch in every stitch, so we're staying the same for 2 rounds. So you'll do 1 round of a single stitch in every stitch, and then start the next round by putting a single stitch in every stitch. And for the next round, we're going to once again do 2 stitches into the first, then a single stitch, then 2 stitches into the next, then a single stitch, and we're gonna repeat that all the way around. Then we are going to do 5 rounds of staying the same, so a single stitch in every stitch for 5 rounds, and then you'll have your little arm. Unlike with the legs, I forgot to cut a long tail, so it'll be easier to sew it. And then once that is done, you'll want to assemble, and for here you'll want to stuff. This is going to be a great one to add weighted beads if that is something you enjoy. I think he's perfect for that, especially in the arms and the legs, kind of giving him a little more movement. But yeah, we'll go ahead and stuff him, and then he's done. And once he is all sewn together, he is done. So I sewed the legs where they're like open in 3D. Then I stitched the center there, and I sewed the arms on just below his mouth. Now I know in the movie he like doesn't visibly have a mouth like this, but the Disney store portrayal of him does. And I just love him. I think he turned out so cute. I'm obsessed. This is the perfect crochet piece for anybody who was a 90s Disney kid, or even just a 90s kid. He is so nostalgic to me, and I love it. If you love him, definitely let me know down below. If you make a flubber, please let me know down below as well, and send me a picture on Instagram. If you post a picture, tag me in it. If you don't do crochet on your Instagram, you should just send me the picture. I would love to see it. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!